Oh my goodness. Was this a good game or not? Oh my goodness. It went down to the wire, and the Detroit Lions proved that they are a top contender. Even though they lost this game, hey, the Detroit Lions is a top 10 team. This is Detroit Sports World. My name is Maurice Lewis. The Detroit Lions lose to the Kansas City Chiefs 34-30. And this came down to the wire, guys. I mean, offense, defense, turnovers, nail biters. Like, you didn't know who was going to win this game, and Kansas City came on top. Hey, Kansas City is a very elite team. I mean, they're just a good team. They're one of the best. They really are. Offense, defense, they are the best. And I tip my hat off to them. Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, they've done a really good job. And you know what? They're missing pieces. They're missing pieces on offense and defense, and they've adjusted. And guess what? They are still a top team. Pat Mahomes, 315 yards, didn't throw a touchdown pass at all. But, guys like Shady McCoy, guys like Travis Kelce, they stepped up. Kelce had 7 receptions for 85 yards. Sammy Watkins, he had some clutch catches. But man, this is a good team. This is a good team. And then for them to come into a hostile environment in Detroit and get the win and only win by 4 points. They only won by 4 points. Detroit pretty much led the whole game. Up until the second half, late second half, they had a controversial call where, Kerryon Johnson fumbled near the goal line, and didn't nobody know what was going on. Kansas City picked it up and ran it all the way back to score, and everybody's looking confused, like, what just happened? But it did show that Kerryon Johnson did fumble. Video doesn't lie. He didn't get his body on the ground, and he tried to extend the ball, and the ball fell out. It got hit. Somebody picked it up. Kansas City took it for a touchdown. They reviewed it. Hey, Matthew Stafford came back even still. Threw a touchdown to Kenny Galladay. Like I said, guys, this was a really good game. And out of all the games I've seen for the Detroit Lions, this game was a test to really show that the Detroit Lions they're a really good team this year. I can honestly say that they're a really good team this year. I mean, Matthew Stafford, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hey, connecting up with Kenny Galladay with 2 touchdowns. Kerryon Johnson and the Detroit Lions ran the ball today. 26 carries, 125 yards. Oh my goodness. It's in the 4th week, but we finally went over 100 yards with a one running back. And Kerryon Johnson, very special. I'm glad to see him doing his thing. Marvin Jones, he came up with some clutch catches. TJ Hawkinson, I have to mention him because he came down with a scary injury. And when he caught the ball, he hit the ground. The ball came out. It was an incomplete pass. But when he hit that ground, we thought, and the world thought, that Hawkinson probably maybe had a injury in pertaining to his spinal, but it wasn't. But the way that he reacted once he hit that ground, it was literally him in a shock. And then he didn't know what was going on, And then immediately, the athletic team came out there and thank God that it was not serious, but it was just a concussion. As he came down, he hit his shoulder and head, and then it caused him to lose control of the ball, and he didn't know what happened. But he didn't return back in the game at all. And, guys like Jesse James, just the backups, they came in and contributed. Marvin Hall had a really good catch, in that final drive for the Lions, had a really good catch to set up Kenny Galladay for the score. So, honestly, guys, I'm loving what I'm seeing for the Detroit Lions. And on defense, hey, we didn't record a sack today. We didn't record a sack in this game. But the secondary and what Matt Patricia has drawn up in the schemes, really good work. I mean, Coleman pretty much forcing 2 fumbles. Like, really? Like, nobody teaches that. That is straight, will and determination. Coleman forced 2 fumbles. We've had a couple stops. And, I mean, this is an elite offense. Like, Pat Mahomes didn't throw any touchdowns. And at some point in this game, in the first half, I mean, the score was tied, I believe, 13-13 or 10-10. Quote me if I'm wrong. But, it was a really good game. And then in the second half, both teams turned it up on offense. And, man, they really did their thing. So, credit to the Detroit Lions, credit to the Kansas City Chiefs for putting on a show. And this really showed that the Detroit Lions, they are elite. They are an elite team. Now, check this out, guys. I don't like the NFL or ESPN putting the Bills or putting the San Francisco 49ers in the top 10 in power rankings when, hey, the Detroit Lions had a harder schedule where they faced the Chargers, the Eagles, and Kansas City. And being that, they've gone through the Eagles and they've gone through the Chargers and they beat them. You put the Bills in the top 10 and the San Francisco 49ers in the top 10. I don't get that. The Detroit Lions still have a long way to prove respect. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I can go on and on and on and on about that. But the Detroit Lions played a good game. Credit to Kansas City. This is Detroit Sports World. My name is Maurice Lewis. Follow me on all social medias. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Let me know what you think about my videos. I'm out. Peace.